Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am the Anonymous Gamer. Today we are going to be talking about the PS5 digital version and how bad it could possibly be. And yes, before we start on the video, I hope you guys subscribe and like the video because it will help out the channel a lot. So yes, let's get on. Right, so guys, you probably know this already if you're a big Sony fan or any console fan. Probably everyone knows this anyway if they play video games, but Sony has released the PS5, well not released, but they have shown how the PS5 will look like, and I'm gonna admit, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a Wi-Fi router there, like I prefer the PS4 style, but still looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. You've probably seen the memes of like PS5, how it looks like, yeah, pretty funny, right? But anyway, let's get on. The PS5 they released, well, shown Sony will release, let's say like that, two versions of the PS5. They will release the standard edition, which is the completely normal edition, and the digital edition. The digital edition, as you probably are noticing from the name, you will be only able to play digital games, no physical games, which is pretty sad and stupid in my idea, because like you can't, like, physical games in my opinion are better than digital games. The reasons are, one, because they are way cheaper than digital games. Even though the discounts maybe are better, they are way cheaper than digital games. Even like premium editions are always a bit cheaper than digital editions. Two, if you get bored of the game, you can always sell it. Digital, you can't sell it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much all the reasons. I mean, like, and I've always been a physical gamer, you know, because before the PS4, I used to always have an Xbox 360, and you know, I used to always have physical games, and it just brings back the memories and stuff. And I used to love playing on the Xbox 360, I gotta admit. Like, that was my console before. I used to have a PS3 as well, but I honestly preferred the Xbox 360. Like, I had the Xbox 360, I still have it, but I don't really play on it anymore. Pretty sad. I might even sell it, but yeah, I had a PS3 for like 2 months, maybe. I gotta admit, Xbox 360 was better, but PS4, in my opinion, is better than Xbox One. Like, I'm so happy I didn't buy an Xbox One, because I was thinking about it, because, you know, I was an Xbox player in those days, because, you know, but I now prefer PS4, and I will even make a separate video of why PS4 is better than Xbox One, and I even make a video why Xbox 360 is better than PS3, but I don't think much people will watch that video because it's an old gen console, so most people play on new gen consoles. I'm not saying no one plays on old gen consoles, but I'm just saying, you know, definitely way more people are playing on new gen consoles. But let's get on the video. I even got a information about it on the site. Basically, it says Sony announced two versions of the PlayStation 5 on Thursday. That was like a while ago, but the standard edition is the traditional video game console you would expect from Sony. That's what I was basically saying. The second option, the digital edition, is different. For the first time, Sony will begin a generation with hardware lacking a disc drive. The digital edition certainly looks nicer. Without the disc drive, the hardware has a slicker and more symmetrical design. The standard edition, on the other hand, has an odd protruding lump to make way for discs. Now yes, I will put up a PlayStation 5 digital and physical, well, standard edition picture, so you guys see how they look like. Basically they are literally the same, just that the standard edition has a you know, hole for the disc, entrance for the disc. Basically the same, but I'll read more of it. This feels both surprising and inevitable. Millions of people download their games onto hard drives rather than dealing with boxed copies. At the same time, a console without a disc drive always felt like a risk for console manufacturers who rely on partnerships with brick and mortar shops like GameStop to sell box versions of popular games. Now, yes, I wanted to say that the digital edition will be cheaper than the standard edition, and that is one of the reasons that people might buy the digital edition more than the standard edition. And now what I was thinking is that GameStop and like all the, not just GameStop, like I like how I'm talking about GameStop that I even live in America. It's so funny. And I'm not even American, but I'm just saying GameStop's one of the most popular game shops. Sadly it is. It's not the best one, but popular. Basically I was thinking that all, and I'm not the only one thinking about this, but I agreed with this. Like all the game shops, I lose a lot of money on this because most people, I'm not saying this 100%. In my opinion, it's gonna be like 85%. More people buy 85% or 80% of most. There's an 80% chance that most people buy the digital version more than the standard edition, because it'll be just cheaper. Like, I mean, obviously, I would rather buy. I'll be honest, I would rather buy the cheaper version, right? Because you know it's cheaper. So why would I buy the same console for a bigger price? Like, why? But I get them. Like, I kind of get why it's cheaper, but yeah. But like I said, I would rather buy the cheaper version. Right, now I'm gonna read the difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Digital Edition. So yeah, the new console have ray tracing for more realistic effects. Now this is something that all the console players have been waiting for, ray tracing. I have been waiting for this. I mean, even though I play on PC and I have ray tracing, but I still been waiting for this on console so much, because I gotta admit I'm more of a console player. And yeah, even though I even admit PC is probably better for gaming, but I'm more of a console player. But yeah. Plus, it'll be backwards compatible with many of the PS4's games. So yes, PS5, Sony also did this, so you can play all like PS4, PS3, PS2, all the PS games on the PS5. So basically what I mean about that is you can play all the old gen games on the new gen console. So that is amazing for me, because I would love to play old gen games with better graphics, ray tracing and stuff like that. Especially Mass Effect, you know guys, and I'm a big Mass Effect fan. That was always one of my favorite games. A game, I guess. So yeah, I would love to play that on with better graphics and a newer console. And just all the old gen games I used to love playing on console, I would love to play again on new gen console, which in my opinion Sony did a really good job on, and Xbox failed on. Sony also announced the PlayStation 5 will offer a media remote, which is a definite plus for those streaming Netflix through their gaming console. Yes, that's pretty good. Yeah, so basically they did like a remote, like the I don't really know why they did this, to be honest, but like it's like it looks like a TV remote. I'm gonna put a picture of that as well, so go see. Like the PS5 will come out with a headset, a TV remote. I don't know how it's really called, but it's called a remote. But yeah, a power docking station for the docking station. Oh my god, like you know those recharge stations for your controller. I have that. Yeah, it comes with that and the PS camera. So that is pretty cool. Like I had to buy all of this stuff except from the remote for the PS4. But it's pretty cool that they actually add something to come with the console. Like finally, about time. Right. This information sounds great, but PS5 exclusive titles and costs will also help determine how well the system sells come launch time. Sony has shared some intriguing sneak peeks regarding upcoming games, but has yet to announce a price. The company certainly knows how to leave gamers wanting more. Yeah. Sony didn't have a lot of competition during the past console generation. The PlayStation 4 started hot out the gate and built a huge advantage rather quickly. The Xbox One couldn't keep up, and the Nintendo Switch, which came out years after the PS4, didn't have enough time to mount a formidable change. Sony won the generation. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And guys, if you're interested, this is the estimated release time of the PS5. It says that the next console generation looms on the horizon. PlayStation 5 is set to arrive sometime in the 2020 holiday season. The Xbox Series X, Microsoft's competing machine, will launch in the same window. So they both will launch in the same time, like in the estimated, like in the similar time, basically. Another thing about why people might not buy the digital version more than the disc version. They might buy the disc version more, you never know, but it's because, you know, a lot of people don't have access to fast internet, so they won't be able to install games that fast, and basically the internet raisins and stuff like that. One bad thing about the digital version as well that I wanted to say is, if the digital version goes good and they think it's very good, they might stop making physical versions of consoles. Well, not physical versions, but normal versions where you compare physical games. So basically, physical games will be gone, and I will be very angry about that and sad. Well, not angry, maybe not angry, but I'll be very sad about that, because my opinion, as I said, physical games are better. So yeah, I wanted to read about a bit more about PS5 digital version. So yeah. With many believe that slipping a disc into a console will be obsolete by the time we reach some times of a PS5. However, you'd probably be wrong in thinking that. After all, the many benefits that can be seen right now from physical media are likely to still be alive in the next decade. With tech giants attempting to bring super fast internet to the entire globe, it's only a matter of time before downloading at crazy speeds becomes a thing available to the majority. However, it's hard to predict how quickly this will happen, and it's still nothing more than a concept. Many hurdles remains in the way of such an idea. If you aren't already aware, connecting the masses is proposed to be done by using satellites. There are a few big players attempting to achieve this, including Google and Virgin. A big problem arises from this though. Gamers demand speedy latency, and that's not something that satellite internet is able to offer in its present form. That's why the traditional fiber optics are likely to remain the favorable option where available, the physical version. Blu-ray media can currently hold around 50 gigabytes of data, yet the upcoming demands of 4K resolutions and higher means that physical media is likely to advance too. Perhaps a disc that could hold 1 terabyte of data might appear within the next 5 years or so. You might be interested to read that Sony are already working on a new next-gen format with storage capabilities of around 300 gigabytes. That's not a lot. It's this very reason as you'll most likely find a disk drive or something similar within the PS5. This wouldn't just be a triumph for the nostalgic minded people, but for anyone who doesn't have a speedy internet, and as mentioned before, a PS5 game would probably be sizable. I agree with that. We all are waiting for Cyberpunk, aren't we? I am very excited for that game, and I am estimating that game will be around 200 gigabytes. Maybe not around that, but 150 gigabytes. I'm probably saying, that game's probably gonna be massive. So yeah, realistically, it's a game of catch-up. Internet speeds globally versus physical media. With the Nintendo NX rumored to possibly return to cartridge, the idea that physical media is soon to be obsolete is probably nothing more than a complete myth. To summarize, yes, internet connections will continue to become ultra speedy, and it's a big but. A future console will entertain a much greater game size on a data scale. To simplify, if a game today weighs in at 50 gigabytes, tomorrow's typical game might weigh in at 100 to 500 gigabytes. That's what I was basically saying about Cyberpunk. The next gen games are going to be so massive that they're going to need to upgrade the storage devices. Working around the rules of speculation, how do you feel about the digital versus physical? Do you believe one will triumph when it comes to Sony's next big console launch? Feel free to leave your feedback, ideas, and comment. Okay, never mind. Alright, so guys, that's basically all I had to say about the PS5 digital version. And in my opinion, guys, digital version isn't worth it. It just, even though the digital version is gonna be cheaper, you're still gonna have to pay a lot of money into that. Like, you're gonna have to pay a lot of money into internet. You gotta think about that, right? Storage device, and games are expensive. So I would rather buy actually the normal edition and not pay that much for everything. Right? You're obviously gonna pay more as it's a new gen console, and you're gonna have to pay quite a lot into it, but not as much as the digital version. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe, and please comment down and leave your thoughts of what do you think about the PS5 digital version and the normal edition, and do you think that the PS5 digital version should be sold out or not? Because my opinion, it should be, but nah. Just basically comment down below what you would prefer and what you're gonna buy. So yes, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video. Bye.